I have a child, and when he was 8 years old, he was crossing this major street in the crosswalk with the light. He was coming to me and I was on the corner. And an elderly gentleman made a left-hand turn and did not see my child and hit him and propelled him onto the windshield of his car. We were traumatized. We were all very fearful. I was getting phone calls from the insurance company and making statements, and I realized that I was in the middle of legal details that I did not know. So I contacted Jason's law firm, and they were able to contract and be with us, and took a lot of the pressure off as far as dealing with medical providers and billing. The insurance company phone calls stopped immediately. It was a huge relief to just be able to focus on my child. They even went as far as helping to set up doctor's appointments and get us into doctors that had 2 and 3 month wait times. He was able to get us 4 times what the insurance company originally offered, and I would recommend Jason's team to anyone. Jason and his team have been wonderful, they've been ethical, and they've been passionate.
My 2 children and I were driving home after visiting my grandmother, and there was a lady that ran a red light and T-boned our car. We were working with trying to settle our vehicle claim, and then I was trying to contact them about what I should do about medical bills, and went several weeks without them calling me back. I decided to work with Jason because the first time I met him, I felt very comfortable and at ease with him. He really took a lot of time discussing how the accident had impacted my life, and it took a lot of time to get to know me and know about my family and what our life was like at the time. There were multiple times when I was very emotional about everything that was going on, and it was so life-changing for me that I had a hard time dealing with it, and they were there not only to help me with the legal aspect of things, but they were also definitely a couple of times a shoulder to cry on. I was able to find some closure in dealing with this after several years. I was also able to get to a point where I could pay medical bills off and feel like I am a little bit prepared for what I know I'm going to be facing in the future with the injuries that I had from the accident.
My wife was on her way to work, and a person not paying attention ran a red light and ran into the side of her Ford Explorer and basically folded it up like a potato chip with her inside of it. Literally the day after the accident, the insurance carrier of the other driver was contacting us and wanting to talk to us about settlement and squaring things away, signing papers. At that point, we still didn't know the extent of her injuries, and obviously after the accident she was really hurting. So we called Jason and said, we want to find out what's supposed to be happening. And when we sat down with him and began to talk with him, he listened to what we had to say, and he immediately allayed some of our concerns. He works with a variety of different professionals that help with physical therapy and injuries and brain injuries, and they turned my wife onto a therapist that was exceptionally good, and that doctor has done more for my wife and her well-being psychologically than anything else. Because of the nature of my wife's injury, she had problems with short-term memory, and she would make every effort to write things down and communicate with me, but oftentimes the message from her to me was not exactly accurate. I never hesitated to pick up the phone and make a phone call, and to call either Jason directly or a member on his team. And they would spend half an hour on the phone with me discussing exactly what they had said to my wife 2 hours before. We felt like at the end we had reached a new place that was better than we were the day after the accident. And not quite as good as it was the day before. But we're in the best place we can be, and we wouldn't be here if we didn't get the help we needed. And Jason Jordan and his team were there for us when we needed them, and they helped us get through it.